This is a totally new oceanographic phenomenon.
The massive seaweed bloom is nearly 5,000 miles wide, growing where this type of seaweed doesn't historically bloom.
It wasn't until 2011 that we began to see this unusual bloom develop in the central tropical Atlantic Ocean.
Florida Atlantic University researcher Brian LaPointe has been tracking the growth of the brown seaweed called sargassum and says it hit a big spurt this year.
It doubled in size in January from December.
Pockets of sargassum have washed up on our coast in recent summers, bringing a nasty smell. But LaPointe says this bloom is heading right towards southwest Florida, and even here on the East Coast, he says we'll likely see much more.
We can figure out what the drivers are of this big blob, then maybe we can take some action to mitigate it.
And the researchers say what's been mostly causing this massive algae bloom to grow is the same thing that's been killing off the seagrass and ultimately causing manatees to die here in the Indian River Lagoon. It's runoff pollution with nitrates from things like fertilizer and other nutrients.
Saharan dust, biomass burning in Africa, and natural sources like upwelling.
All factors also contributing to the growth. LaPointe says it's a habitat for many organisms like shrimp, fish, and turtles. But when it gets closer to shore, it can block light from getting to coral and impacts air and water quality as it decomposes, causing a rotten egg smell, fish kills, and red tide.
There are people all around the Caribbean region trying to look at engineering solutions to deal with the problem, like booms, to hold it off the beach.